Hello and welcome to Bending Perspective, different takes on the show Avatar the Last Airbender. My name is Emily.
I'm Abigail.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Adrian.
We watched the season 2 finale. It's not a two-parter, it should have been. The Guru and Crossroads of Destiny. So I guess we need to start with the Guru. Big episode.
Yeah.
Nah.
Why do you say eh?
Wasn't my favorite.
Why?
I don't like the Guru.
I totally agree. Not a fan of the Guru.
Don't like him.
Why are you
Oh
not
my
a fan of
goodness,
the
y'all hate the
Guru?
Guru.
Not a fan.
Y'all hating on the Guru.
Hey, Emily and Daniel switch seats because this is Mike hate Guru.
No!
Yes.
Why do y'all hate the Guru?
I'm not a fan of the chakras.
Yeah.
But
I know it makes sense
It
for Vandy.
fits in that world, though. Even though you don't accept it in your worldview, it fits
Hey,
within
don't
that world.
attack me. This is my opinion.
Do we want to do the overview for these? Or
Sure,
we
just
talk
do a
about
quick
it?
Yeah.
overview.
Alright, after the group receives letters that they were confiscated by the Dai Li and splits up temporarily, Aang meets Guru Kartik, who trains him in mysteries of the Avatar state through the unlocking of chakras. Sokka reunites with his father for the first time in years, and Toph is captured by Jin Fu and Master Yu, who transport her to her parents' estate, where she escapes by heuristically metal bending. Azula forms a scheme with Wong Fei to overthrow the Earth King, and Katara is captured. Aang sees a vision of an endangered Katara and abandons the training early to save her, against the wishes of the Guru.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, so let's just hash it out with the Guru, I guess.
Well,
Does it not? My thing is, so the air nomads are based off, I think, Tibetan monks.
Yeah, they're very similar to the bed.
Yeah. So, and that's in their religion situation, and, just to be frank, that's not in our religion, right? But, I respect that they included it in the show.
Yes, it makes sense.
It fits in that
It fits
world.
in the world.
Yeah.
it fits in the world. And there were some really good moments in there about, learning how to forgive yourself. And it made sense that Aang had to come to terms with some of those things. And like you said last night, Emily, it was a very good way for them to give us a good recap of his journey so far.
Here's one problem I had with it, was that it was resolved, each big issue that Aang had was resolved in about 5 seconds of him going, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, now
I agree.
Now, Daniel, I agree with you.
I'd agree with that.
That, yes.
Yeah.
We had all these big setups, like him abandoning the air nomads, and it gets solved by a guru going you have to forgive yourself, and Aang saying, yeah, alright.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then it's
okay.
cleared.
Now that you've articulated that, I have to say I understand why.
Yeah, I get that, but I would also argue that it's a more of the whole process was more about in one day laying everything out on the table.
Right, plus it's not that he solved it in those 5 seconds, it's that he had been on that journey all along.
Yeah.
And there were things that he learned along the way, and that he was able to apply that wisdom to that moment. Not that he solved it in 5 seconds. I think he's been working on solving it all along.
I don't even think he solved it.
No,
I think it's about
accepted it.
yeah. I think it was about accepting. Oh, I haven't forgiven myself.
Maybe.
So
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I think the way that they were setting this big moment up of him finally being able to control the Avatar state, I was let down. I don't know.
It's
I
'cause
just
he didn't.
didn't.
Well, he didn't.
Well, no, that too. And I'm at the process. Let me down. I don't know what I was expecting and how it let me down if I don't even know what I'm expecting, but I just didn't enjoy the process at all.
Is this?
Well, I loved it. So
Okay, I'm sorry. I liked it too. I'm not. I'm definitely more on your side than I am on that. But I get what they're saying. I understand.
no, I get it. It's just that to me, it just makes sense. I don't know.
The animation was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was
another thing
beautiful.
that's really cool about it is the colors that went along with every one of his visions was
Yes.
actually correspond to each
Yes.
chakra. The position of his hands when he was meditating, that was real. Everything about it was real according to that religious.
Authentic.
Yeah, it was authentic. So I appreciate that. I think that's awesome. And I watched a reaction video of people who shared these worldviews, and they were like, "This is the best way to teach kids this."
Oh, good.
So I think it really did.
And that might play into my view of this episode as a whole too, because I am very naive about that whole I don't know anything about
Well,
that.
it's not
kind of stuff.
naivete. You've just never been educated on it. That's all.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a little naive.
No, it would be ignorance, not naivety.
Oh, you're right. I'm ignorant.
But like Emily said, I mean, it's fine to say, well, that's not. I don't understand it. That's not what it's not in my core belief system. But if that's the culture that they are drawing from, and they showed respect to that culture by doing it justice, then that's the right way to go about it.
Yeah. And that makes it cooler.
Yeah. Also, I like that he pointed out the contradiction of love was good 3 chakras ago, and now it's
Yes.
bad. Like,
Now it's bad.
yeah,
Yes, I
about
do.
the earthly attachment thing, and it makes sense to me that he wouldn't be able to let go of Katara.
Yeah.
You
He
know?
would not, because she's been that shining light of hope that's gotten him through some of these dark days since he came
He
back.
said, but I love her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So sweet.
Yeah, sweet.
And
Also, the
Yes.
scenery of the Eastern Air Temple is awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
This whole
Very
episode was beautiful.
yes, okay, but can we switch gears a little bit and talk about Sokka's reunion with his father?
Yeah.
Because
Oh
that
my
was so
gosh.
precious.
I cried.
I will tell you that it's such a common trope in fiction, really, not just fantasy, but fantasy seems to really have a big dose of it with the whole absent or bad parent figures. And to see a positive father figure who loves and respects and supports his son was just so refreshing.
Yeah.
Especially since the only reason he is away is out of necessity.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because this show could have easily just been like, oh,
They're
you're not
orphans. They're all orphans.
Yeah.
The typical fantasy trope. they're
or
all
the
orphans.
dad's away at war. The dad could die at war. I mean, it could have done anything.
This is the first time we meet Hakoda, isn't
It
it?
is.
Yeah. I
We
love
saw
it.
him in a flashback.
We saw
It's
him
first
in
time
the
we met him.
flashback, but Maddie.
Maddie. Hello, Maddie.
So this is the first time we actually meet him present day. Love his design.
Mhm.
Love the whole Water Tribe camp.
Love it all.
It was so cool.
I don't know what it is about his character design, but you can tell that Sokka and Katara are related to him.
Yes, they do a very good job with that.
Yeah, but it's not so obvious that it's
Yeah.
bad.
It's
Yeah.
very, I mean, it's obviously not a realistic art style, but it's realistic in the way that family is just sort of oddly familiar that you can't quite place your finger
Yes.
on.
Right.
Yeah.
And the way that even though this was just a small thing, is that when he walked into the camp, he was instantly welcomed and recognized by the other warriors.
Yeah.
Before he even saw his father.
Oh, and when he gets included as the men
Yeah.
warriors.
Didn't you hear me? I said the rest of you men prepare for battle.
Yes.
I know.
Oh, he lit up.
He did light up.
That I love this show's like usage of the. They do Sokka, because Sokka's in that weird age. This is especially hard for boys, where you're not quite a man yet, but you're old. You're not a kid. This show, I think, through Sokka, treats that very well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I don't know, they just treat that well.
And you could tell that he was so. It was almost like he lit up. You know, he became a different person when he walked into that camp and was accepted by them.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like he was welcomed there, and he looked like he belonged.
Yeah.
And he dropped it all in a second to get back to his sister.
Oh, he didn't
it's
think
so
about it.
true.
No
Yeah.
hesitation.
Didn't think
Oh,
about it.
also continuity. Bato has a whole burned arm.
Yes.
Yes.
So-
And Bato was there. So you know that when Sokka's in the camp, that Hakoda already knows about the trial and
Yeah.
knows that Sokka's a man and a warrior now.
Mhm.
And so he just accepts it and
Yeah.
just treats him like one.
And he knows he's with the Avatar.
And it's
Yes.
funny
Which
how
also puts in perspective, sorry, Abby, when in Appa's Lost Days where we saw Hakoda see Appa fly over.
Yes.
Because Bato would have told him.
Yes.
So.
it's also I forgot what I was saying.
Okay, good. Sorry. But,
And it's interesting that the Water Tribe are patrolling Earth Kingdom waters for them. You kind of get the impression the Earth Kingdom has no navy.
no, they were in the Chameleon Bay because they were protecting it.
And they were mining the
Yeah.
Firebending ship, the Fire Nation ships.
They said something about this is like a direct access to a bay, so we're watching it.
Yeah, it's a
Familiar
direct. Yeah, I think it's direct.
But
If I'm
isn't-
not mistaken, it's the place where the refugees.
I was going to
come
say,
in.
isn't that where they launch the
okay.
ferries? So they're
Yeah.
kind of protecting the
Which
ferries.
is an Earth Kingdom operation on land.
Yes.
And they're little ferry boats, but it's the Water Tribe Navy who is protecting it.
Cool.
Yeah. But I mean, to be fair, the Water Tribe doesn't have anything but a navy. So.
Yeah.
Well, the Southern Water Tribe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are any of them water vendors that we could tell?
I
No.
don't think
I
so.
don't believe they
None
are.
of the
That's
Southern
very
Water.
interesting.
Yeah, none of the Southern Water Tribes are warriors because all of them got taken away by the Fire Nation race.
Right.
Yeah.
I loved that little moment of where Sokka and his dad were marveling at this creation to take down the ship.
So you can see where Sokka gets that inventiveness from. His father shares in that.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful. I'm telling you, it's great. It's heartwarming to see because we don't, it's just so often. It's just rare.
Oh, she has Tums.
Oh no.
Maybe she has heartburn.
She does not have heartburn. She's eating things because nobody's paying attention to her. Listeners, great Pyrenees, wonderful breed. God, you crazy. They will just do. She acts like this because we're not paying attention.
I think we're just gonna cut this bit out, so let me just go.
Thanks, Daniel.
So what else? Oh, I love the war map that the Earth Kingdom had, where they can manipulate the things.
Earthbending. That was cool.
Very cool.
I didn't want to say about that.
Oh, come back!
Welcome back, Abigail.
Once again, I forgot what I had to say. Right as I sat down. Dang it!
Okay, well, we'll just
wasn't important.
Yep. If you could just board it out. So the generals were cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's talk about Azula.
Okay.
Oh, Daniel wheezed.
She's crazy.
Yeah.
No, she's crazy.
But here's why she's so scary. She's crazy, but she is smart.
She's too smart.
So this was the eavesdropping scene was in this episode, right?
Yes.
And Mom said out loud, like, because they eavesdropped.
Work both ways.
Yeah, they were eavesdropping on. Who was it? It was the Earth King telling them.
Yeah, the Earth King just was like,
oh yeah, we're gonna invade the Fire Nation on the day of Black Sun, where there's a eclipse, by the way.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So, and you were like, oh, it works both ways because Ty Lee are listening in on May and Ty Lee admitting their Fire Nation. And then I was like, oh, are you sure about that? And then right afterwards, Azula walks out and says, great job. Well done.
Oh.
And that's the thing is, I don't think that happened until the next episode with Long Fang and the confrontation, so we won't talk about that yet. But yeah, she's intelligent, she's tactical, she's insane, and she's incredibly powerful.
Yeah. Bad combination.
So what about that part when Katara decides to go get tea? That was
so clever, though.
So clever. Such a good way for that to happen.
Yeah.
There's a great way for that to happen.
We knew it had to happen.
Yes.
They were, Zuko and Iroh and the gang were so close this entire season, but never ran into each other.
And what's weird about it is that in this episode, before that happened, they seemed so far away.
I know.
You almost had the feeling like they weren't going to meet up.
I know. The last time Zuko saw the gang was the chase.
Yeah, that hit me.
Well, no, he did see Toph.
That was like right after Toph.
Yeah, that hit me in the middle of the episode. I was like, wow, it's been a while.
It's been a long time. And before the chase, they didn't run into each other. The last time they saw each other was the Water Tribe. Mm-hmm. And the chase was like in the middle of the season.
Because we shifted from Zuko being the primary person pursuing them to Azula being the primary person pursuing them.
Yeah.
Now, in the first season, we also had Admiral Zhao as an antagonist. But in this season, it was really more
just Azula.
I would say Azula and the Dai Li.
Yeah,
Long Fang is the equivalent of Admiral Zhao.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I agree.
So, anything else about the Guru?
Is this episode we get Toph?
Yes. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I was like, this is important.
That's kind of a big thing.
So, Guru Patik is like, I love this scene because I love every time they overlay the dialogue of one part of the subplot to another one. Literally every time they use it in the show, it's an amazing moment.
Wait, I don't know what you're saying.
Like the dialogue was coming from the Guru and Aang, but they were showing Toph.
Yes,
two different subplots.
Yes. And he was talking about how the elements aren't actually different.
They're not different.
Metal is actually just refined earth.
Yes.
Which I believe I said.
And
early on.
The animation of her feeling the metal, and then you see the
particulates of earth.
The particulates moving.
I love it because
it sounded like Hodgins.
You get the idea that because she keeps stomping and like hitting the wall, And you're like, the only reason she could feel those things is because she's so used to feeling the earth that way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the reason nobody else has been able to metal bend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it was cool. And it made sense.
So yeah, all throughout this podcast, you might have been able to notice little slight references from Mom. Why can't they metal bend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going on for a while, and we kept on telling her that nobody can metal bend.
No.
You
Nobody
did
can
keep
metal
saying
bend.
that.
And it was true!
It was.
Okay, and I have to admit, though, that I wish that this was completely, but it occurred to me a couple weeks ago that I had seen the first season of Legend of Korra. And so metal bending is accepted in Legend of Korra, that you can just do that. And so it was like my brain, that's why I brought it up so early. I guess part of my brain kept saying, no, people can metal bend. Like, I couldn't accept that they didn't know how. But it doesn't matter, because it was still just, I was just overwhelmed with that moment when she stands on top of that and says, I'm the greatest earthbender in the world. Like, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Her going away was the best thing ever.
I also like that one day, is it the next episode to catch up with her?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can finally say this because now we've been introduced to metal bending. So, as far as we know, besides airbending, each one has a specialist bending. Water has healing magic, healing bending. And earthbending has metal bending, and firebending has lightning bending.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can see that there is like a level of mastery above the normal bending.
Above the normal.
That's so cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what do we know about air?
We don't.
Air, so there is like one like minor thing, is Aang is always warm. Like, he controls the temperature around himself.
Oh, we
He's
never see him in a coat. That's
We
true.
never
We
see
don't.
him in a coat. Yeah.
Cool.
And he doesn't sleep in a sleeping bag or a tent. He's always sleeping on Appa or on the ground.
True.
So, I don't think that is, it's not really a subspecialty, but
It's still neat.
Yeah, we don't.
And shows a lot.
Air's the
Mastery.
one where it kind of,
What more could you do?
yeah.
My personal theory is that since everyone is an airbender, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, that they don't get a specialty bending because everyone can bend. That's their special.
True.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, they're all vendors.
Yeah,
It never really just comes out, but they're all vendors.
Yeah.
Every air nomad is
Every
a
air
vendor?
nomad is a vendor.
Oh.
And
like
the justification is because they are so spiritually connected.
Mhm.
Their whole society is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I was totally lost. It took a second.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, thank you. Next. So next is the...
Next is Crossroads of Destiny.
Oh, we didn't even talk about how weird Zuko is in the Guru.
Yeah, I was literally sitting out there watching that going, that's not my Zuko.
Yeah, he was like weird and chipper and happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not my Zuko. I wanted Zuko to come out and change sides and realize that, the Fire Nation was not where he belonged, but if it meant that he was going to walk around being happy chipper Zuko, then no, I don't want it. Because that was not my Zuko.
How dare you be happy?
It was so out of character that it felt completely fake and false.
Yeah,
As
because it was.
opposed to where I guess my hope was kindled the most when we'll get there. Let me read the overview.
Yeah, just read that.
Azula betrays Longfang and assumes leadership of the Dai Li, while Team Avatar attempts to stop her. Zuko, after some deliberation over the consequences of his actions, betrays his uncle's trust and chooses to attack the Avatar. Aang is killed by Azula while in the Avatar state, but Iroh intervenes and gives his friends enough time to escape. With the Earth King overthrown, while Sing Se falls to the Fire Nation, Katara uses the Spirit Water to heal Aang and he survives. I don't agree with the overview that he was killed. Was he killed? Was he dead?
You kind of get the impression that
Yeah, he was like straight up.
he was straight up murdered.
If he's not dead, he's mostly dead.
Yeah.
Wait, people don't get killed in this show.
Yeah.
He's mostly dead all day.
Yeah, he's mostly dead.
Okay.
We'll go with Dad's definition of kind of dead.
Okay, so
Because if you'll remember, Mom, this is jumping into the end of the episode, when after Katara healed him, he like flashed back to the Avatar state,
Mhm.
and then he passed out. So like,
Yeah.
and they told you if you're ever killed in the Avatar state, it ends the entire cycle.
The cycle.
yeah.
So that was close.
I wish something
you
could
think?
end
Yeah.
my cycle.
In fact,
Okay, so let's go ahead and deal.
put that
I didn't hear it.
No, we're not repeating it.
back. Yeah, all right.
Let's go ahead and deal with my trauma.
You're talking about trauma. Try to be like 10 years old.
Okay,
Like,
so let's deal with my trauma because Zuko in
No, so dramatic.
The guru was just not my Zuko, and I was not happy. But then when my hope didn't really kindle until he was trapped with Katara.
Correct.
And when they began to talk about their mothers.
And he flat out said, I'm not sure this is what I'm supposed to be doing anymore.
That's where it really built up my hope.
And then they took it away from us.
They took it right away from me. But Daniel was right, because Daniel said, Mom, you understand story structure, and you know where does the second part of the trilogy end? Always in the lowest point. So we're never happy at the end of the second part of the trilogy, and so this is where it's supposed to be the lowest. And it is. We've got, because you end the first part of the trilogy with something hopeful, right? Yeah. And we did. We had the victory at the Northern Water Tribe, and we've got hope again, and everything's going great. But the end of the second part of the trilogy is always, we're in the pit of despair, and there we are. Aang was killed, but brought back. So Aang has been told now by the guru that he cannot enter the Avatar state, but we saw him do it, right? Because he said, sorry, Katara.
Yeah, he let Katara go.
He let her go.
But now we don't know what we got. And we also have lost Zuko.
Oh, okay.
Not only have we lost Zuko, but what is going to happen to Uncle Iroh? Is the Fire Nation going to take him captive?
It appears so, yeah.
Your priorities suck because Aang got mostly done.
Yeah, he's better now. And also,
is he though? I don't think he
is. Not bad. So what would have happened if Katara had used the water on Zuko?
I know. Isn't that so juicy? Isn't that juicy?
I mean, what?
Aang would have died.
Like the fact that she was motivated to try.
Yeah.
Was just so.
And he was definitely going to let her.
We have so much to talk about. We got to talk about Abigail. One of your moments that you said you wanted to happen with.
I know, they walked in, and he was like, oh, I have a friend coming. And then Uncle Ira walks in, and they're like, oh, what? It's
also,
so good.
How good was Aang and Iroh?
Yeah. Love it.
It was so good.
I want more. Because I want more. I want more of what we had. I want more Zuko and Katara. Because when they
Are you a Zutara fan? There's a whole section of the fandom that is Zutara.
When the whole
Zuko Katara.
Children.
Well, that doesn't matter to the internet. People want them to get it on. For real.
Well, let's just talk about. As soon as he was thrown in there, I said, "Oh, these two should chat.
This is
a good thing."
Yeah.
And you saw that. I mean, I almost wish if they could have had 15, 20 minutes more. And if she had tried to heal him, would that have made a difference? But they were interrupted. Because would he have turned on her if that had happened?
I don't know.
And then there might not have been a need to revive Aang.
But I loved seeing the mad, nice Katara of like, you're so bad to us. Like, you're just so bad. You're so evil. But she's still Katara. So.
And what happened to my precious baby boy that knew that Azula always lies? Why does he believe her now?
I don't know.
Me and Emily were so excited for this episode because we were so invested in the Zuko subplot. We were like, she's going to think for just a second to be switching sides.
Everybody does.
Everybody does.
And
then they yank it out from under you.
Punch you right in the face.
Why is this the thing y'all are stuck on? Aang got shot in the air with lightning.
Can we talk about how, like, for real though, Azula would be the only one to act in that moment?
Everybody, and you've seen it throughout this entire show as, like, whatever. When he goes up and his eyes close, everybody stops.
They all just stare at him.
Every single time. It doesn't matter what fight is happening, who it is, Fire Nation, it does not matter. They all stop and they freeze. And this mofo shoots lightning at him.
I know. And the shot that, like, traveled from her fingers up to her eyes.
And she's got a freaking smile. Like, that's the worst part. She's grinning.
Okay, also, I loved that, and this was like a split second in here, but they, of course, keep it up continuity-wise throughout the series, that he gets shot in the back, and when he's falling, we see a burn on the bottom of his foot because lightning wants to be grounded.
We'll travel through.
Yeah. Love that. Just a science nerd. Smart.
So much happened that I mean, my brain is a million miles an hour trying to remember everything that I wanted to talk about in the moment. But I'm just a little crushed, even though Daniel's right, story structure wise, we have to be here. But
well, I think it hurts, and this is why it hurts. And I'm like Aang, and I still acknowledge it hurts. Is because you're like, season 3 is coming. Aang needs a teacher.
Yeah,
Zuko's gonna turn.
he has to.
I know.
Or are they going to rescue Uncle Iroh? Because Uncle Iroh fought with them.
I ain't telling you nothing. But the truth is, they really set you up to being like, this is the episode. Crossroads of Destiny? Are you kidding me?
But the point about a crossroads is you can go either direction.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing I remember thinking to myself, when he found out that Azula was here, he said, I'm going off to face Azula. And you saw Uncle Iroh's face. They cut to him, and I had the same thing. I immediately said, he's not ready. He cannot face Azula right now. And then when they get in there and they get in that fight and all that, and I don't understand why she does not need him. Why did she want to drag him back
Because
over
she's
to their
a
side?
manipulative beep.
It's true.
Why?
Might
She
find out
doesn't
in the
need him.
future episode.
No,
but
she does need control.
Yeah, the closer she is to him, the more she can control him.
It's
But
control.
if I don't want to put myself in Azula's mindset, but let's try it for a second. He's the elder heir.
Sibling,
Get
yeah.
rid of him. Like, you want him out of the
He's
way.
already disowned. He's been
But
But
disinherited
she's
from the
telling
throne.
him he's going to be welcome back. Now, none of us believe her
Azula
because
always lies.
always lies.
Azula always lies.
Why has Zuko forgotten that?
Because he's still, even though he tries to pretend he's not, he is still desperate for his dad to accept him.
But he's what? How old is he?
16.
He's a 16-year-old boy.
Okay, come on. 16-year-old boys are all about their dads liking
that
them.
doesn't just go away with Uncle Iroh's wise words 2 times.
Yeah.
It doesn't go away.
He's been living with Iroh for years now.
Yeah, but we've seen it like 2 times.
Yeah.
Don't come at me.
But I love that Aang asked him for advice because I heard you were good at giving advice.
Yeah.
And he says that about the tea, and he says both improve with age or
Yeah.
something like that.
The
It's just
key
a
to
great
both is
line.
Proper aging.
Proper aging.
The
Oh.
fighting scene in this episode.
Oh.
Oh, when
When
that
Uncle
moment-
Iroh says this is why they call me, you wonder why they call me the
Oh.
dragon of the
That's what I feel like when I eat something really hot and I gotta blow out the hotness.
Okay. I thought that was going somewhere else.
I feel like the dragon.
It was just a great episode. It was a very painful episode because of because they
Octopus
killed the
arms.
cat. Oh, the bending was just amazing and all of it.
Yeah. Katara's very good at the octopus
She's
arms.
so good at octopus arms.
Yeah, because can we talk about how Zuko is better at firebending?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
he's improved.
He did octopus arms of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did
I
whips.
know. He did whips.
They had
That
like
was almost
parallel
as cool as
whips.
the swords, but it was still, when he came out with those fire
Yeah.
whips. Ooh.
Flame of Udun.
Yeah, it was good.
Also, Aang, in the very, very beginning of this episode, when Aang and Toph go into this episode, they're traveling the same way. Did you notice that? They're
Yes.
No. The way that Toph entered the episode with her cool rolling ball after she metal bended, that's how Aang exits.
Oh, yeah.
His
'cause
cool
he does the
ball of
little-
earth. Yes.
Yeah.
You can see that Toph in that.
Yes.
It was cool.
I liked that little.
Also, that moment when they fly up next to the top and say, "Hey," and then she just flips out.
I
couldn't see him coming.
It's hilarious.
And they were
I love
like,
her. Like, I can't get over how much I love
Yeah.
I am,
So
I am
another
a
interesting
Toph
is-
Bacon fan. I just love
It was
her.
a strong choice to have Sokka and Toph not even in the final fight.
It was.
Yeah, I mean, because
Wait, where were they?
they were rescuing the Earth King.
they got the Earth King.
And the bear. And May saying, just take the bear.
Love her.
Because they weren't after anything
At
but
the
the
end,
bear.
when we
She
do
was like,
favorite characters, can she be my favorite character?
Now Toph is way up there for me now. I love her because this girl, 12 years old, trapped in every other Earthbender in the world, says I'm trapped in a metal box. There's nothing I can do, and she just goes, "Nope, we are going to get out of here, and I'm gonna figure it out."
I don't know. That makes me wonder though, because King Boomy didn't want to escape. Could he have escaped it?
No, he could because they showed him earthbending with his head.
yeah,
He
he
had
could-
to-
Okay, so not even with metal. Okay.
Yeah.
They
Cool.
didn't even have. Yeah, he was trapped in some metal. That
No, yeah, he's
fine.
trapped in metal, but he told Aang, I can't escape, I'm just waiting for the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was completely in a box. Her head was not even exposed.
Yeah.
So she just had to put her hands up against it and figure it out. And I guess she just refused to accept that it wasn't possible.
Yeah. Okay, so any more thoughts on Crossroads of Destiny? Oh, Mom, that moment where Uncle Iroh just turned away from Zuko in disgust.
How about that moment then after the fight, as soon as he sees everyone gets away, he does the whole hands down thing and stops fighting.
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, he definitely...
Are you positive now that Iroh is Team Avatar?
Oh, he switched sides.
Yeah.
In that fight, I don't think there's any going back from that. Is there?
What do you mean?
There's no going back for Iroh to the Fire Nation.
He's a traitor.
Yeah, he's totally a traitor.
Yeah.
But he definitely took a stand. And we know that Zuko is conflicted because we end with Zuko with him saying to Azula, I betrayed Uncle.
Yeah.
And her trying to manipulate that to, oh no, he betrayed you, he betrayed the Fire Nation, blah, blah, blah. But he knows it.
Yeah, even before that, when he's with Katara...
He says, I have changed.
Yeah, well, no, he said, I have changed, but he said this was when he was straight up fighting Katara. I'm talking about before this, when they're in prison together, and he says, I thought that this scar hasn't... I love that he finally came out and said it. This scar I felt like was a mark of a banished prince to follow this curse. Like, he just straight up came out and said it, this is what's up. You know? And that's why your hope was up, too, because you're like, oh, he's accepted, what's up?
Right.
No, you can say something out loud and still not accept it.
It was hard. No, I think that... I don't know. Let's get to the end, because I'm sure we're going to do the same thing we did last time. Let's talk about what our hopes are for each character going forward.
Oh, sure.
As we get to that.
One thing to note is the dragon of the... What was it? Dragon of the East and West? Or
Dragon of the West?
Yeah.
That's what I wrote.
No, the dragon's in his vision.
The blue and red dragon.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
He's listening to the blue dragon right now, and he needs to be listening to the red one.
Yeah, that was pretty much very close to the conversation that they had when he was debating which side to choose.
Right.
Yeah. And that shot where they showed his unscarred side, his scarred side, and then the back. Ooh, they play a lot with the scarred and unscarred side of his face, and I love it.
Yeah.
The Phantom of the Opera is here.
Oh, no, please don't compare Zuko to Eric.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even know he had a name.
Me either.
I thought it was just Phantom.
Okay, so...
Natalie just had a stroke listening to us.
I guess let's do where we want characters to go. Let's start with, I guess, Toph. Toph's kind of easy. You just kind of want to keep her doing her
Literally,
thing.
yeah, she's so cool.
Keep being you.
Yeah, she's so cool.
I do want to see her come to some sort of reconciliation with her parents, because it seemed to get her so excited that my mom finally accepts who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see her reach that, but that probably won't happen to the end if we even see it.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that Toph needs that to progress as a character. I would just like the catharsis of seeing it.
Yeah.
Toph is very secure in who Toph is.
Yeah.
I am the greatest airbender in the world. Yes, you are, darling. Keep being you.
Okay. Sokka, I think same hopes last season.
Yeah.
And we have hope, too, because we know he's planning an invasion.
He is.
So that's something to look forward to.
Like, straight up planning.
Yeah.
And I think we can go ahead and call it now. This is not going to work. Azula knows about it.
Yeah.
It ain't going to work.
Yeah.
But
It's not a spoiler to say that the first half of the third season deals with dramatic irony in that fact a lot.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can tell that that's the direction the story's going. But we know we only have 20 episodes to turn it around. So I'm going to tell y'all right now.
I think it's 22.
Do y'all remember that it took forever for us to get off of that? If I'm on episode 18, 19, and I still have not seen my boy Zuko where he needs to be, I'm going to be upset. I need more than like 3 episodes of him on the right side, please.
Well, we'll see.
I like the whole Sokka part, but now he has a lot more confidence with seeing his dad. Like, it was such a confidence boost seeing his dad, and so they really inserted that very well.
It was great.
With him about to plan a big whatever.
And as much as I'm glad that it happened the way it did, because I think that had he gone out with the Water Tribe, fought the Fire Navy, been accepted with his father's, fleet, it would have been very difficult for him to leave. He would have.
Yeah.
But it would have been hard. But knowing that he had to go save his sister made that choice so easy for him that it wasn't as painful when he had to leave.
Yeah. Okay, I guess Katara.
One thing that's sort of been hinted at a lot with this last episode is Katara's mother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to get any resolution on that? What are your theories? What are your thoughts?
I think we will because it's brought up. I think we'll
because you just asked that question.
And because you asked that question. But I think that may be another important point with both Katara and Zuko because both of them bringing up their mothers being taken from them by the Fire Nation. Because he said to her, that's something we have in common.
Yeah.
So he knows that his mother was taken from him because of his father or because of Azula or something. So that's why never mind. But so I think we may get resolution on both. I hope we do.
Okay. Let's move on to Boy Zuko.
Well, we all know what the hope is for him to switch sides. Okay, let's not dig into it.
Yeah, we can't get into it.
We can't.
I mean, it's a pretty clear goal.
It is a clear goal, and I still have confidence it'll happen.
Okay.
All right. Well.
You do you.
I gotta have resolution. I gotta have. I'm gonna need to see him and Iroh. I'm gonna need to see him and Iroh reconnect and get some kind of catharsis from that moment too. I need to see.
Stop
them
saying
back
catharsis.
That
is enough. You are catharsis out.
All right,
that's what we're talking about here.
Yeah, let's go with Aang.
For him to breathe.
Yes, for him to live.
So first of all, he's gonna have to heal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I'm interested to see what, not physically, but like psychologically, will come from the healing process.
Yes.
So not his body healing, but the other stuff healing along with his body healing.
And where does he stand with his mastery of the Avatar state? I think it's kind of up in the air right now.
I think we might see some downtime from Aang, from like up on his feet fighting kind of thing, and so I think.
But can we afford that? We're running out of time.
I think that's what's going to be. I think that's what is going to be the big inner monologue in his head and like conflict.
Yep. Okay.
By the way, I told Emily earlier all that I remember from season 3, and it's
about to be a ride.
It's very small.
It's going to be a ride, y'all.
Yeah.
So just a heads up, the first half of season 3, it starts a little slow.
I know this is a bit late to mention this at one point, but one aspect of world building of these last 2 episodes was there's an entire underground city beneath Boston's head.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. Those green crystals and everything, it looks great. And it's interesting that the early Earth Kingdomers?
Whatever.
Earth citizens lived underground.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
That is cool.
Makes sense because they're
also the green like crystals was a little reminiscent of
King Boomy.
Boomy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Of Omashu.
Yeah.
It seems to be a symbol of theirs, of the Earth Kingdom in general.
So the first half of season 3 starts a little slow. There's some episodes that are like controversial. I'll stand by. It has the best individual episodes in this season.
Yeah, but you've always said season 2 is your favorite.
My season 2 is my favorite because of overall story.
Mm-hmm.
And season 3 can't have its own overall story because it has to finish the story.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, that line of logic means that season 2 is the only one that could really stand on its own. Then.
Yeah.
So then it's also the worst.
Okay.
It's not
sorry.
the worst.
Because season 1 had to set it up and season 3 has to finish it. So.
I will say that now that we're done with season 2, you can really appreciate that season 1 they bring that back a lot.
A lot of little.
They do not throw away anything.
No, I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
A lot of it. It's been the continuity's been great, especially when you're dealing with a television show that has multiple writers.
Yes.
It means that you have that writing room has, there's a lot of control. Somebody, the producers or whoever is in charge of the overall story has a very good control of the writing.
Thank you for your service, Aaron. He has, and his wife Elizabeth. He has,
because it's very well done,
yes.
And the characters feel consistent.
Yeah,
you don't ever feel like, except for when Zuko in the Guru was that was.
But that was consistent with
intentional.
Yeah. Okay, we didn't mention this in Tales of Bossing and Say, and before 1,000 people comment, the Tale of Iroh was dedicated to Iroh's voice actor Mako, who passed away after season 2 was finished, but before season 3 started. So
from here on out, we have different voice actor for Iroh.
I don't know his name, but he was like a pupil of Mako, and yeah.
I mean, because some of it, and it's a little, it's really sad, but it's also very poignant that in some of the last things he says, is that conversation with the voice actor says in that character is the conversation with Aang about you choosing happiness and joy.
Yeah.
And and
we don't know when it was like.
We don't know,
but still,
it's the last time. It's one of the last things we hear that character say.
Yeah.
And
I think anybody would like to have a legacy like Iroh. You know?
Yeah. I would say so.
Pretty amazing.
I would say so. I was talking with some people tonight that I work with, and I brought it up. I said, I hope that I get out of here quickly. I'd love to record a podcast tonight. And everybody, of course, wanted to know what I was doing. And I mentioned it, and a 24-year-old co-worker said, oh, that show meant so much to me. And then we started talking, and one of the first things she said was, I love Uncle Iroh. There are days when I just think about Uncle Iroh with his cup of tea.
Yeah.
And, the advice and the wise words of Uncle Iroh. So, I mean, what an impact.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He taught a lot of things. Okay, so I guess we're going off to see the first 3 episodes, which this is top of my head.
Do we want to do favorite?
My favorite
of the 3 and of the 2 and then the whole season.
What was... I don't know names.
It was The Guru and
The
Crossroads of Destiny. No.
Crossroads of Destiny. So, for me, Crossroads of Destiny is my favorite of the 2.
Yeah, Crossroads of Destiny.
Crossroads of Destiny.
Yes.
Alright, anybody jumping ship from their previous one?
Crossroads of Destiny.
Ooh!
Hold on, what was my last one?
The last episode, because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But spoiler alert, the next episode is my favorite episode of the entire series. But I'm the only person I've ever met it's their favorite episode. So,
Weirdo.
It's called The Awakening.
Weirdo.
So.
Interesting.
Yeah. I have weird reasons, but
so
I love it.
I mean, the episodes that are sticking with me for sure are the Blue Spirit, the Chase, and
I love that episode.
Daniel's shaking his head at Emily's choice.
I don't know. I really love the fighting of this episode, and that is the only episode I can say that I was like in all of fighting. The other ones have been like,
the Earth King was better fighting than this.
The Earth King was amazing.
The Earth King fighting was amazing.
No, I agree, but I love the Zuko versus Katara.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with...
Zuko versus Katara was so
That
cool.
was cool. I'm going to stick with the Earth King.
Okay.
Mom.
Lake Laogai still.
Okay, that's good.
Was it Lake Laogai? Yeah, it was Lake Laogai.
So we already know Emily's answer, but which season did you prefer?
Oh, okay. Hey, that's fine. Don't ask me. My favorite's still the desert. Whatever.
Okay. Alright, which season did you prefer? Season 1 or Season 2?
Season 2.
Yeah, Season 2.
Definitely.
Alright, Season 2 it is all around though.
Yeah.
Tough.
But that's how they would want it, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, the next 3 episodes are The Awakening, The Headband, and The Painted Lady. Let's get down to business. Season 3. Oh, a little programming note that some episodes, because of the way the finale is 4 episodes, so we're gonna have to. We got really lucky. There's a bunch of part 2s, and they all correspond to the 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna have to do the 2 episodes before the finale just by themselves, and then we're gonna do 2 and 2. So there's gonna be a little bit more episodes.
While we're on programming, do we want to mention the cover artist? Because I don't think we have yet.
Yeah. Okay. So the cover art it's in the link in the description. Her name is SavvyJensen. Actually, I don't know if it's a her. Their name is SavvyJensen. 2 V's. Daniel found their stuff at a convention, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can also get it on Etsy with SavvyJensen with 2 V's art on Etsy. She has a bunch of beautiful stuff.
And I'm going to be patronizing her very soon because she has a print of Iroh and Zuko called Leaves from the Vine, and I will probably be purchasing it.
It's under the tree.
Yes, I will be purchasing that.
Yes.
Savage. I am looking it up right now.
Daniel gave the Avatar print to me as a present, he got Abigail a How to Train Your Dragon print,
and it is amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And she has an incredible Critical Role art prints as well. I'm a big Critical Role fan, so we're a fan. We are a fan of SavvyJensenArt. We will be patronizing you further.
And she was they were kind enough to let us use the art.
Yes,
so thank you.
We are using the art with permission. And we appreciate them letting us do that, and we are supporters of the arts. We believe that people should be paid for their work as well, so we do order and purchase and pay for art.
Add to cart.
Yeah,
add to cart. They're so good.
All right, that's it. I think it's my turn to think. I'm gonna keep it simple. Season 3 time.
All right.
Yes.
Dun dun dun. All right. Bye.